Welcome back to Campus View. I'm your host, Nathan Forstoffel. We've got a new set of guests with us here for this segment. We have fourth-year student Megan Carroll, third-year student Chase Brown, and returning with us for this segment, second-year student Jacob Benj. How are we doing today, folks?
Great. Excited to be here.
Definitely, for sure. Glad that you guys are here. And Ohio State basketball this year, both the men's and the women's team. The men's team ranked fourth in the country. The women's team, admittedly, in some opinion, underranked at 12th in the country, but still top 15 nonetheless. How is it to see your fellow students perform at such a high level on the court this year, despite all the things that are going on?
Yeah, it's definitely cool. The women's, they're pretty underrated to me. They have some great players. They had a couple losses from their freshmen last year. So it's just really cool to see them doing so well this year. They got some top sophomores on the team, and it's just really cool to see them excelling and seeing both teams being so good with each other and really just pumping each other up.
Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, being from the area, J.C. Sheldon's a name that I've heard for a really long time. So it's cool to be a part of the same university that she's been playing for and excelling at in the last couple of years. And for the men's team, I think it's been awesome to watch them. I know it's disappointing that we're not able to be there in the stands, but it's been really fun to watch them as they progress through the season. And I'm really excited to see what they can do come tournament time.
Yeah, actually, can you guys talk to that a little bit? You as students can't join your fellow students and support them as a student body. How does that impact you? How does that make, what are you guys' feelings, thoughts on not being able to be in the stands this year?
I think, not being able to go to a game as a student really, it's caused weeks to just feel real redundant in a sense because you don't have something to look forward to on a Saturday or midweek basketball game. It's just, touching back on that last topic, that the national spotlight that the Ohio State's, gathering with these wins during, such difficult and challenging times for athletics is something that still keeps me going each week. I can say that for sure.
It's definitely something I took for granted. I don't know about you guys, that I love going to the games, obviously with that getting involved with the teams. I know you guys are all very, very passionate, avid sports fans here in the area. So moving forward with that, the Buckeyes on the men's side, they are potentially going to be projected by several outlets to be the number one seed in one of the four divisions, in one of the four areas of March Madness. So if you were to have the opportunity to go to the games in Indianapolis where they're being held this year, would you guys consider making the trip?
I for sure would. I know for myself, I saved a lot of stuff to do my senior year just to save up the money to do everything. And now that I can't, it's been really unfortunate. So any opportunity to go to Indianapolis, any opportunity to see the game in person, I would for sure take it. I mean, I've been watching since way back when I was little, the Aaron Kraft, John Diebler, Evan Turner era. So just to be able to see a team as a student would be really cool to me.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think that having that opportunity to go to Indianapolis and be with other students for a lot of us for the first time this semester. I know a lot of people don't have the opportunity to be in in-person classes, so they've been sitting behind a Zoom screen for their education. And I think having the opportunity to go to Indianapolis and be with other students and to be in that environment would be really fun.
Yeah, I can echo that sentiment. Ohio State's done a good job allowing families to attend these basketball games these last few weeks. So, Ohio State's got a grip on the health protocol. So, come Big Ten tournament time, the NCAA should have some things in place.
Do you think we'll have fans here at the Jerome Schottenstein Center this season? They've already deployed millions of vaccines. They've issued those. Things seem to be looking up a little bit. I don't know. I'm certainly optimistic. But what are your thoughts?
I'm really optimistic about spring sports just being outside, open air settings. Men's basketball has like 3 home games. Women's basketball probably has about the same number. So I don't expect fans to come for winter sports. Spring sports, nothing's set in stone, but I'm kind of optimistic just with it being outdoors in a different, maybe safer setting.
Softball, baseball, maybe get a game at Nick Swisher Field.
Exactly right. Softball released its schedule today, and then baseball should release its schedule relatively soon. So I know softball is going to start their season in Florida. Baseball might do the same. So, come Columbus time, there could be some fans in the stands for baseball and softball.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would definitely be excited to go to a sport, especially if it's outside. I mean, spring season in Ohio is a little iffy, so if it gets a little bit warmer outside, I could definitely see them allowing it, maybe even just like the seniors to go see the games. because you can just get in with your Buckeye ID. So it'd be really simple, and the percentage has stayed low at Ohio State. So we're kind of hoping that we can allow some of the fans in the stands, because I think the athletes definitely need our support this year. So
It seems like y'all are pretty comfortable as far as like the in-person environment. What kind of safety protocols do you think would need to be in place for that to be necessary, or for it to occur, rather?
I think just making sure that we're able to be distanced and wearing masks. And Ohio State has facilities that are able to sit large amount of people, basically because we have 50,000 students that are on campus and a lot of fans from a lot of different places. So I think as long as we had space and we're able to mask up and have other things like PPE and hand sanitizer, I would feel comfortable being in those spaces.
Closing thoughts, Jacob?
It's about along those same lines there. Just establishing those social distancing things, first and foremost. And then, Ohio State, I know the RPAC started looking for those green check marks. Could the fans do those similar things? I'm not too sure, but just keep it basic, establish those really simple distancing protocols, and we'll go from there.
Alrighty, we're going to head to a break here with that. You're watching Campus View, and on our next segment, we'll be debriefing the Super Bowl, some of the greatest commercials from it, and where the Bucs and the Chiefs can go next. Stay tuned.